They were going to turn her into a boy. As a boy, you'll be able to move in and out of the market, buy what we need, and no one will stop you, Mother said. It's a perfect solution, Mrs. Weir said. You'll be our cousin from Jalalabad, Naria said. Come to stay with us while our father is away. Purvana stared at the three of them. It was as though they were speaking a foreign language, and she didn't have a clue what they were saying. This is a passage from the novel The Breadwinner by Deborah Ellis. This book tells the story of Purvana, an 11-year-old girl growing up in Afghanistan during the country's civil war. Purvana lives with her mother and father and her three siblings in a one-bedroom apartment in Afghanistan's capital city of Kabul. Purvana's father used to be a teacher, but after being injured in a bomb, he works in the market, reading letters for people who cannot read or write. Although Kabul was once a beautiful city, it has been taken over by Taliban soldiers who created very strict and dangerous rules for everyone in the city, especially women and girls. Listen to how the author describes the challenges for Purvana and her family in this passage of the book. I can read that letter as well as father can, Purvana whispered into the folds of her chadar. Well, almost. She didn't dare say those words out loud. The man sitting beside her father would not want to hear her voice, nor would anyone else in the Kabul market. Purvana was there only to help her father walk to the market and back home again after work. She sat well back on the blanket, her head and most of her face covered by her chadar. She wasn't really supposed to be outside at all. The Taliban had ordered all the girls and women in Afghanistan to stay inside their homes. They even forbade girls to go to school. Purvana had to leave her 6th grade class, and her sister Naria was not allowed to go to her high school. Their mother had been kicked out of her job as a writer for a Kabul radio station. For more than a year now, they had all been stuck inside one room, along with 5-year-old Mariam and 2-year-old Ali. Although life is hard, Purvana and her family had always found a way to get by. But one day, Purvana's father is suddenly arrested by Taliban soldiers, leaving Purvana alone with her mother and siblings. Because of the Taliban's rule that women cannot leave the house without a man, the family has no way to make money or buy food. So they decide to dress Purvana like a boy and send her into the market to read and write letters, just like her father did. Even though it is very dangerous for a girl to be outside alone, Purvana must find the courage to help her family. Will Purvana be able to trick the men in the marketplace? What can her family do to help the country fight back against the soldiers? And how far will Purvana be willing to go to help her family survive? This is the first novel in a series of books about Purvana, so if you like The Breadwinner, you can continue reading Purvana's story in Purvana's Journey, Mud City, and My Name is Purvana. Ready to read more? Stop by your media center and talk with your school's library media specialist to read The Breadwinner by Deborah Ellis and find out what happens to Purvana and her family.